black and brown. And that was it. And then we said, wait a minute, we're hitting on something, because we've probably sold, and this is very conservative, well over 500,000 pair of Tide thongs, probably bordering more on 3/4 if you add up all the different Tides that we've had. And the only one that boasts the snake pattern is right here tonight. And it's pedicure weather, people. The beach is calling. It's like 70 degrees outside today in North Carolina, in Pennsylvania. So here are your fabulous colors that I know you're gonna love. We have brown, whole sizes only, so half sizes go down on these. And this is a medium to a slightly wider foot. Then we have coral. Look at the beautiful snake pattern on that coral. Isn't that pretty? Then we have navy. Gotta love navy. Little bit of beautiful classic black. And then we have gold. Now, I'm wearing the natural, and I love that natural because it almost has like a peachy, soft skin tone color, but then look at the contrast with that snake print. And then we also have pewter. The good news is 4 easy payments of $17.49. The only Tide that has a snake print, and probably the only time that people, come on out, Liam, that knows about shoes will say, or know about feet will say, well, good for you for wearing that flip-flop. Because before this, they'd be like, why are you wearing that flip-flop? Not good.
Exactly.
Right?
Usually, you know, so when you think of flip-flops, you think of something flat with absolutely no support whatsoever. So, you know, with Vionic, you're getting that fantastic support, but you're also getting that great flip-flop look. And I just love the shimmer that the snake embossing really gives to these. I agree, totally.
And then, you know what, it says a lot to me that most of us, me included, got to know Vionic through the Tide.
Yes.
Like, that is a tried and true bottom. This is a really great way for you to go for it. And I find, like, I have a pink pair that I keep at the beach. I have beat them up. The bottoms are virtually indestructible. And I love that when, to me, it's the most forgiving of your footbeds. You get into it, and it's just like a really great way to get to know this whole line.
Yeah, most people started their Vionic collection with a Tide in one of its incarnations. You know, it's so funny where, you know, everyone I speak to who's got Tide, it's multiple pairs of Tide, and they're all strategically placed around the house, or at the, you know, a couple of pairs at the beach house and a couple of pairs at home, and that
so
sort
what
of thing.
would really stink in my house if I didn't have the Tides? Christmas dinner.
Exactly right.
You gotta make the turkey and your Tides.
Wouldn't taste good or anything. Yeah, that's right. But,
and look how absolutely adorable Blair looks with the coral top, the skinny jeans, and then really kind of popping it and making it so sexy and cute in a shoe that's actually good to wear. And Liam, you got proof in the pudding, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, look, this is a great example here of just that regular sort of flat flip-flop that a lot of us will gravitate towards in the summer. Now, this is a very basic one, but you know, these come with all different embellishments, different upper materials, and can become quite expensive. But what they've all got in common is what sits underneath the foot, something that's completely flat and just has absolutely no support. Just as a comparison, look at the difference you're getting there with that Vionic footbed. Look at those curves, look at those contours, and think about the support, the level of support that's going to give you with every single step, but in a great casual flip-flop. And this isn't in that casual. I think with that snake embossing there just really sort of elevates the look, as you said, makes it a little bit more sophisticated. But we've also got these great comfort features built in, that really soft, flexible toe post. So if you don't like to have toe posts between the toes because sometimes it'll pinch if it's that hard plastic or rubber, this is going to be really, really soft and flexible, no stitching there, so nothing's going to aggravate between the toes. And you've got that great shimmer there with that snake embossing as well. So the support, but also the look that you want. Very easy to dress up, very easy to sort of wear more casually.
And even though it's a medium to slightly wider footbed, it's not clunky on the foot.
No.
The Tides are never clunky. You know, a friend of mine worked at a very high-end store with very expensive shoes, and this designer brand had literally a rubber flip-flop, and it was 3 digits before the decimal point.
Sure.
I was just like, what? And he whispered to me, he goes, designer rubber. And we both burst out laughing because we're like, come on. And it was flat as a pancake.
And great shoes to sit in.
Yeah, really, to pose in, but not to walk in. This is what you walk in. I wore a pair of Vionic sandals one time to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. And if anybody's ever traversed those blocks, oh my gosh, so cute. But actually, Kylene is back. Because you might say, there's no way that this is going to do that adjustment thing in a flip-flop. But you keep watching.
Oh, yeah, your little face.
Yes, it is.
But let's have a look at what it's going to do, and it's amazing to think that this type of alignment and this type of support you can get from a flip-flop. But let's have a look at Kylene again on a hard, flat, unnatural surface, and you'll see how crooked this line's running, especially running from the toes to the ankle. Now, where the foot should be is this position here. So with my hand supporting Kylene, there you can see how that foot and that line is a lot closer to being where it should be in its natural alignment. When I take my hand away, there that misalignment's returning. And let's just slip Kylene into that regular little flat flip-flop, and there you can see there's no difference. In fact, there's actually, that line's even more crooked because the ground's not stopping the foot from rolling over. With that support or that cushioning from the flat flip-flop, the foot's actually rolling over a little bit more. But watch the difference there. When we take Kylene out of that, put her onto that podiatrist design technology, look at the difference there. So now that foot is a lot closer to being where it should be, back in its natural alignment. And even if I just turn your foot to the side, there you can see how that orthotic technology is really coming up underneath the arch. So no longer is that foot having to roll over and try and meet the ground. Now it's like the ground's coming up to meet the foot.
In a flip-flop.
In a flip-flop. You know, isn't that just amazing to be able to sort of slip on where your casual styles in the summer, have your feet free, go and get your pedicures, whatever it might be, but then walk in and have that support and have all that, take all your steps that you want to during the summer months, still look great, but still be supported.
And we do lots of different versions of the tides. I feel it is my, duty to try at least one of every single one. This is the only one that has the snake, and I'm really, really loving that beautiful blush color, which you're calling natural.
Natural, yeah, has that sort of, it's almost like that little sort of pinkish or blush hue coming through it. I love it.
And then the contrast with the snake, I
it's
love
a
it.
great option.
Are you back Thursday night? Because we're back.
Oh, if you have me back, I would love to come on Thursday night.
I will have you back on Thursday night.
Thank you very much.
We're back.
I'm there.
Woo! Okay, so we're coming up in a couple minutes. We have a surprise next that I don't think we've even shown you yet, and you're going to love the price.